Hello guys, and welcome to another video. And today we're going to be talking about the extraction of aluminium. So we're going into the industrial processes that involve electrolysis. So this is one of them are the is the extraction of aluminium. Okay, so firstly we need to know that the main what is the main ore of aluminium, and that is going to be bauxite. So bauxite is the most common form of aluminium ore. So that's going to be bauxite. So bauxite is aluminium 3 oxide, so it's basically aluminium oxide, and bauxite has an extremely high melting point, so it would not be economically good to electrolyze bauxite right away. I mean, it's possible, but it would be too expensive because of the heat costs to do it. All right, so so what do we do to counter this? What we're gonna do is dissolve aluminum oxide in cryolite. So cryolite will reduce the melting point by a significant amount to save energy cost. All right, so these are the main points you must keep in mind as well. All right, so this is a diagram of what the whole thing will look like. Okay, but it is not exact, but this is what we're supposed to know at this level. Okay, so these are carbon anodes. I'll just go through the diagram really quickly. So these are the carbon anodes, these 3 sticks right here. We have molten cryolite plus aluminium here in yellow. All right, and then we have the steel cell in brown. So that's the outer layer of the whole container thing. All right, this orange part down here is the molten aluminium, and we have the gray lining of the container, which is the carbon cathode. Okay, so what happens in this whole process right here? So I'm just going to explain there are half equations, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. That's somewhere down here. Okay, so all right, so let's talk about aluminium first. So aluminium will be the ion of aluminium is aluminium, so it will be Al3 plus. So Al3 plus will be discharged at the cathode. So this lining, the gray lining right here, so it will come to this part. So it will discharge right here and will form molten aluminium on the bottom in orange. Okay, it's not physically orange, but I'm just noting that as orange right here. Okay, so it will form the molten aluminium. So and then the ionic half equation, okay, that will come in a bit. Now the O2 minus will discharge at the carbon anode, but it won't just discharge normally. It will, you see, we're using carbon anodes, so the carbon in the anode will react with the oxygen cation to form carbon dioxide. So from therefore we can conclude that the anode must be replaced. I'm sorry about these little smear marks here. I accidentally dripped some water on it, so this won't happen again in future videos. I apologize. Alright, so back to the video. So this is why the anodes must be replaced, because the oxygen will react to the carbon anode and will release as carbon dioxide gas. Okay, right, so now the half equations. Okay, so these are the half equations that you must familiarize yourself with. So it's going to be Al3 plus 3 electrons to form aluminium. So Al3 plus is the cation of aluminium, and we need 3 electrons to form aluminium as a solid form. That will be the molten right there. And okay, remember guys, another thing is students always forget to balance the equation. This is such a silly mistake. You're gonna cost 1 mark. Yes, it might not be much, but let's say you gotta have 5 questions that have to do with balancing, and you're just gonna chemical equations or half equations, and you don't balance them, you're gonna lose 5 marks. That's why every time when they ask you to write chemical equations or half equations, it's always 2 marks, because 1 mark is for the correct half equation or chemical equation, and the second mark will be for balancing. So please don't forget to balance your equations. You're just gonna lose a silly mark. Why would you do that in the first place? Okay, so 2O2 minus will discharge as O2 plus 4E minus. Okay, so these are the half equations that you must memorize or must know for this reaction. So this is all for this video, and if you did find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, comment on any videos that you want to see in the future, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.